Hello, hello. Hello, hello, and welcome back to another video. I almost fell just now. This wheel's a little bit unstable to me. I'm not used to it. I wouldn't stake my life on a fast journey that I needed to get somewhere on this wheel. I'd be very careful and cautious and be second guessing myself a lot if I had to get somewhere quick and I only had this wheel available. If the way I feel now on this wheel is the way I always felt on an EUC, even in its greatest and best form, I would not be ranting and raving about EUCs. That's just how I feel right now. Please keep in mind this opinion is subject to change as I get more comfortable with the wheel, probably. Sorry about all that noise, but yeah, please keep in mind that it may have a lot to do with like how I personally feel on this wheel, and maybe like adjustments that need to be made to the wheel. I don't know what tire pressure I'm at right now even. Last time I checked, I was at about 30. I did reduce it down from my normal 32 because I wanted it to be a little softer as I learned the wheel. So I reduced it from 32 down to 30. Although it feels like it could be significantly less than 30 at this point. It might be like, I can't see it from my angle. It's probably a good 28 right now because of the cold weather. Pressure tends to drop. But let's see how fast I can go. I think I have the speedometer turned on the screen, the data on the screen. You see the speed and all that good stuff. Now that I'm in Central Park, this is like my comfort zone where I get to ride a wheel and really test the wheel and feel safe and feel like the pavement is good for wheels, where there's not a lot of obstacles or cars right on my tail. So this is where I come to learn a wheel, or any wheel for that matter. This is where I came to learn wheel riding in general. I put a lot of miles right here in this Central Park track, and here I am with a new wheel, new to me, trying to figure out how good the wheel feels, how good I can operate on it. So there's a lot of factors to consider. Therefore, I am fully geared. Gloves, it's extremely cold, so I would not be going without the gloves. In fact, even with the gloves, my fingertips are starting to freeze a little. Before I continue on this path of discussion about the V12 electric unicycle, ooh, see, those turns don't feel as good as the Sherman at all. At all. Does that mean I'm unwilling to try this wheel and learn it and get the hang of it? No. But I can tell you right off the... Ooh, there's wobbles when I do this. The Sherman just feels steady. Anyway, before I go down this path of talk, let me take a side note to give Insta360 a compliment. Insta360, I was really hard on you last time in that other video. It was unlike me, it was unbecoming of me to be heavy-handed and just complain, even though you do so many other things so well. So here's my compliment for Insta360 for today, on today's video. The camera vibrates when it cuts off recording. And that did not happen. I don't even think the Insta X, the 1X or the 2X, I should say X or X2. The first two cameras of this camera, they did not vibrate, and they just let you carry on talking and talking. And you wouldn't know that it stopped recording. It could be the battery died. It could be you ran out of memory on the SD chip. There could be a lot of reasons why the camera stopped recording, and you would have no idea. Even the little red light that blinks, sometimes you would just stop paying attention to it, or sometimes you would even have it turned off to begin with, like it never stays on. So you could just be recording and talking, and then you get home and half your footage is not there. So on the X3, this new version, this newest iteration of that camera, they put a vibrating mechanism in there, the same one as what you would have in your cell phone. And when it stops recording for any reason, it vibrates. And I gotta tell you, you can feel it. I can feel it vibrating even though I'm holding it on a stick. And when I feel that vibration, I go, oh, right away. And I can tell you every single time it's happened, I wasn't looking at the camera, so I would not have known. Because sometimes you just get caught up looking at the road and stuff and trying to make sure you don't get hurt. So I wouldn't have known that it finished recording. So that helps me to know that I can put the camera away, or I can check what's going on. Or sometimes if you hit the, I think 25-minute mark, it automatically stops, or 30-minute mark, it automatically stops recording anyway. So you can press record to record a second video without missing a beat really. So that's a great feature for the camera to vibrate, to let the user know that it's no longer recording for whatever reason. So nice work, Insta360. I take back what I said, and I apologize humbly for using the words brain dead specifically. I think that was disparaging, unfair, and unkind. So please forgive me for that. And that's my compliment for today, is that the camera vibrates. I'd appreciate that. Cool feature. Look at all this ice, huh? Someone's calling. One sec. Hello? Hello there. Howdy do. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna have a serious chat with him. Seriously. But let me call you right back, because I'm on the road. I'm on the wheel. And it's freezing. It's so cold out here that I'm kind of wondering if it's okay for me to be out here like this. My fingertips, even though I'm wearing gloves, are absolutely freezing. Let me call you right back though, okay? Yes? Yes. Okay? No, I'm not in the car. I'm on the wheel, I said. Yeah. So let me call you back, okay? Okay. Okay. Bye. Please hang up, because I can't touch the buttons easily. Got a button in my helmet. Okay, bye. Okay. Bye. Please hang up. Please hang up. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that, and thank you for waiting. So that closes the chapter on me going ham against Insta360. Although I still hope they do fix that feature, but I reflected on it and I thought to myself, well, maybe the API kit, or whatever, the SDK, software development kit, or maybe something tied their hands from being able to provide that feature that I thought was so obvious. Maybe they realized that too and couldn't do it for whatever reason. I don't know. But the important thing is that I brought it to their attention, and to the attention of you guys, the users of these cameras, and the viewers of people like me who are using these cameras. And who knows, out into the world it goes, and maybe it shall be addressed, and maybe it won't, who knows. But if they do one day address it and allow me to click on the camera tactile button with these gloves to record while still capturing the on-screen data. Oh, that's the other thing. Some people who watched the last video, didn't even really understand what I was complaining about the whole time. So yeah, so it's the on-screen data, the speedometer and the speed and all those numbers you see on the screen, in order to see that stuff on the screen, you have to record using your phone. You have to, if that makes sense, you have to press the button on your phone screen, which is connected to the camera, because the camera gets all that GPS data and speed data from your phone, because it doesn't have a SIM card or GPS or anything built into it. So it kind of piggybacks off the phone. But my whole thing was, once I've connected the camera to the phone, I should be able to just put my phone away and turn it off or keep it in my pocket, and then be able to record and stop recording as I normally do by pressing the button on the camera. And it should already know that I want the GPS data and the speed data on the screen every time I record, because I already connected it to my phone, which I don't normally do. But once I've done that, then it should know, okay, any recording you do from here on in until you disconnect your phone will have the GPS data and the on-screen speed and slope, all that good stuff on the screen. And if you don't want that data, great, just record on your camera normally and don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, my man, he's out. It's cold out here. That is a commendable feature right there. This guy's, it's so cold. I'm cold, and I've got a hoodie on under my winter coat. I've got chest armor. I've got a full face helmet. I've got gloves. He has gloves too, but I imagine he's actually suffering, literally suffering, maybe on the verge of requiring medical attention. Anyone I see out here who is not completely and utterly bundled up, I am terrified for their health and well-being. I'm scared on their behalf. I'm scared on my own behalf. My fingertips are getting colder and colder, despite me having these awesome gloves on. Yeah, these awesome riding gloves on, but I guess riding gloves means nothing in terms of the cold. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. Like, if I didn't have these gloves on, I would have to absolutely put the camera away and just put both hands in my pockets for safety, for actual danger, and like safety from danger, from literal icy danger. But since I have these gloves on, I'm going to withstand this lap and talk it out a little bit with you guys on this lap, this cool, calm, collected, lovely lap, and hopefully I can head back to my starting point, back to safety, and call it a day with you guys for now. I thought to myself many times, oh, I can do videos during the winter, no problem. I love riding, rain or shine. But as it gets colder, it's finally, January, it's Martin Luther King Day right now, so as it's getting colder and colder, I honestly was like, oh, winter, you ain't what you used to be. We don't have real winters anymore. And I meant it. I was going out with a t-shirt on in the solid cold, like early January, 50-degree weather. I'm thinking, we're not going to have cold anymore like we used to, like back in the day when I was younger. But today cancels that notion. I mean, I'm going to check the temperature right now. Let me check the temperature. I gotta pull my phone out of my pocket, which means I have to, I'm not gonna check it right now, because then that means I have to take my glove off and touch my screen and stop and no thanks. But I will check before the end of the video if I can remember to do that before saying goodbye to you today. My guess is 20 degrees. Oh, we can also look back on online to see what was the temperature in Central Park on Martin Luther King Day around 3 p.m. And that should probably be recorded somewhere. It feels to me like 14 degrees, maybe 20 degrees tops. 20 if I'm being generous. I'm not going to take any more calls right now. People like that, like out in what looks to be like a thin layer, I'm mortified. Unless they just have incredible metabolism and all kinds of kooky stuff is going on inside their organs. Okay, so when I do sharp turns on this wheel, let's get back to the wheel for a second, the V12. I don't know if it's just me, if it's just that I can't get used to it. Or I'm sorry, I don't know if it's just me that I'm not used to it and that's why it's acting funny. I think that's how this wheel handles. It's a little wobble. It's a little, the center of gravity of the weight of this wheel is kind of high up. So you don't feel that nice sports car feel. You feel like an SUV making a sharp turn. You don't feel like a sports car that's low to the ground making that turn. And you might think, well, the Sherman is no sports car. It's a big, heavy tank of a wheel. So how does the Sherman... Well, the Sherman pedals are low and the weight of the batteries are low. I don't know what the weight distribution is on this wheel. I haven't looked inside or opened it or anything like that, but it's probably high because when I'm turning or riding and stuff, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like it wants to veer left and right. I really don't know how fast I can go on this wheel safely. Like, I feel if I try to top it out right now, I could potentially injure myself, or fall at least. Let me try to speed up a little and see how fast I can get up this hill. Does it still feel better than a scooter? Absolutely. Does it feel better than like a small, useless wheel, like a 15, 20 mile an hour small wheel? Would I rather have this? Yes. Does it feel like I could ride this enough to like start to compensate my weight in the direction where it needs to be so that I'm not wobbling, so I'm kind of like used to it and I know how to operate it? Yes, I think. Alright, here we go. Speeding up now. Put it this way, as I'm speeding up, I'm being devastatingly careful not to hit any bumps or anything I can tram line on, because I feel like anytime I hit anything on the floor, any imperfections, I feel like the wheel wants to veer left or veer right, like hard. Okay, so this feels a little better. Again, I'm avoiding obstacles. Even the paint on the ground, I have to avoid it. Those cracks on the ground, definitely. Okay, I feel like I'm going 20, 25 right now. Let's see if I can hit 30. I don't see the screen display, the speed, so I'm just guessing here. You guys can see it watching this, hopefully. If not, that means it didn't work for whatever reason. I lost the data and it didn't hit. Thank you. So, but if you can see it, you're with me right now as I try to speed up. Okay, I think I'm about to hit 30 right now. Okay. Am I losing the wheel? No, I've got grip on the wheel. The Clark pads are okay, but they're definitely no Grizzler pads. So it is a little less control in that sense. I do feel like the wheel power is there. Like, it's not like I'm topping out the wheel. The power is definitely there. It's available, but I'm just not able to tap into it while remaining stable. Okay, here we go. Long stretch now. Final. Am I doing 30? Can I hit 35? Okay, yeah, I think I hit 31, 32 right there. Okay, that's it for me. Folks, let's check the temperature and say goodbye. Thanks for joining me on this incredibly cold lap. My toes are freezing. My legs are freezing. My fingers are freezing. And I told you I'm going to check how cold it is out here before I say goodbye. And it is... New York says 32 degrees, but it's frozen. It's not loading. Okay, it says 30 degrees. It says 30 degrees with a feel of 24 and 6 mile per hour winds. That's shocking because I've been out in 30 degrees. I've been out in 15 degrees, and I've never been punished like this before. I mean, my fingertips are stinging. Literally, I feel sorry for anyone out there running or in the park that is under-equipped or who might be stranded like miles away from home, because some of these people run far. If you're out there, I wish you well. Please be safe. Please be careful. I'm wearing gloves and my fingertips and my toes are absolutely freezing. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. People are laughing at me, rightfully so. This is horrifying. Whew. Like, I just want to get in the car quickly and turn on the heat. Turn on the heater that blasts under the, like, on your feet. And turn on this heated steering wheel and the heated seats. Oh man, I'm so cold I'm about to just go the wrong way right now. Folks, if you enjoyed this absolutely painful experience with me today, hit that like button and so on and so forth. Have a great day. Goodbye.